Good morning everyone. We are discussing lesson 6 physical and chemical change, and we have already discussed what is physical change, what is chemical change, actually what are the differences between this physical and chemical change, and we have already discussed some examples for physical and chemical changes, isn't it? Today we are going to discuss what is rusting, and one more thing we are going to discuss, that is crystallization. What is crystallization also? Okay, so all of you please watch the
First,
video.
we can discuss rusting of iron. This is one change that affects iron particles and slowly destroys them. Since iron is used in making bridges, ships, cars, truck bodies, and many other articles, the monetary loss due to rusting is huge. For rusting, iron react with oxygen and water and form a new substance, that is iron oxide. That iron oxide is known as rust. For rusting, the presence of both oxygen and water is essential. Here you can see rusting of iron in different objects like car, bridges, etc. In fact, if the content of moisture in air is high, which means if it is more humid, rusting becomes faster. So, how do we prevent rusting? Yes, prevent iron particles from coming in contact with oxygen, water, or both. One simple way is painting, or we can coat with a grease also. So, we can prevent articles from rusting. And another one is we can deposit a layer of a metal like chromium or zinc on iron. This process is galvanization. So we can prevent rusting by the first one, stop this contact of air and water with this metal, and the second one, painting or greasing, and third one is galvanization. Okay. Next process is crystallization. It is an example for physical change. So, what is crystallization? The process of obtaining crystals of a soluble substance from its hot saturated solution is called crystallization. So, crystallization is only a physical change because, yes, no new substance are formed during this process. It involves only a change in physical state. So, let us start. First one, materials required. China dish, glass rod, copper sulfate, sulfuric acid, burner, beaker, wire gauze, tripod stand, and distilled water. Take a clean beaker and put the powdered impure sample of copper sulfate in it. Add distilled water and stir the contents gently with the help of a glass rod. In order to make the solution more clear, add 2 or 3 drops of concentrated sulfuric acid in it. Stir it continuously and add more impure copper sulfate until no more of it dissolves. Filter the solution and collect the filtrate in a china dish. Place the china dish over wire gauze kept over a tripod. As the solution gets heated, stir it with a glass rod. This helps in uniform evaporation and prevents the formation of a solid crust. Allow it to cool and do not disturb the solution when it is cooling. And look at the solution after some time. We can see blue colored crystals of copper sulfate are formed.